Good morning. Today I want to share Mark 4, verse 40, which says, "And he said to them, 'Why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith?'" This morning I was praying before I began reading my devotionals, and I could feel God speaking to my heart, saying, even when you are complaining or unhappy with your current situation, I am still at work. And I wrote it in my journal, and I kind of was like, okay, God, what are you going to add to that? And I didn't have to wait long, because the very first passage in the devotional I read included this verse, and it was about the disciples being in a boat. Jesus is asleep, and this storm hits, and the waves are breaking over the boat, and the boat's filling with water, and the disciples were afraid that they were all going to die. And I thought, that's a perfectly normal response for us humans, to be afraid. But Jesus was in the boat with them. And they thought he didn't care because he was asleep. And they woke him up. "Don't you care that we're perishing?" He responded by telling the winds and the waves, "Hush, be still." And they did. They obeyed. And today I just wanted to remind you, you may be in a storm. Maybe you think God doesn't care. Maybe you're wondering, where is God? Because I know I hear that a lot. Where was God when? And you fill in the blank. He is right there. He's with you. He knows everything about your situation. And he will silence that storm at the right time. But what we need to do in the meantime is silence our anxious thoughts. Remind ourselves of God's power and authority to calm that storm in his time, and be willing to go through that storm without complaining, without being unhappy and grumbling, trusting that he is at work in us and through that storm. God bless, and have a great day.